Hi, thank you for participating in my study today. I have two research questions. So the first one will be based around how do mainstream teacher experience the implementation of inclusive education? The first question is, can you describe your experience teaching in an inclusive classroom?
Hi, Audrey. Thank you for inviting me for this interview. My teaching experience in inclusive classroom. So far, it has been rewarding. At the same time, it has been demanding because there is a lot of preparation I have to do earlier before I start teaching my lesson and managing a group of students who has many different learning needs and backgrounds. So
Oh, so sorry about that. How would you describe the process of implementing inclusive education in your classroom?
can you repeat again? How would you
Describe the process of implementing inclusive education in your classroom. Maybe it's in the curriculum that you have to differentiate or the procedure that you have to accommodate, anything that you can think of in terms of how you implement inclusive education in your own classroom.
Okay, quite a lot. The first thing I do is checking the students' strength and weakness. What I identify their needs in terms of learning ability and behavior management, as well as if we have diagnostic results, so that will help any kind of intervention we need. So that's one way to start. And my lesson plan, try my best to provide targeting high ability, low ability, and middle, as well as creating, giving choices in their tasks, so that everybody has a chance to try. This is one way of including. So we celebrate small steps that the students make.
I see. What does inclusive education mean to you in your daily teaching practice?
Inclusive education in daily teaching practice. It's mainly creating an opportunity for every learner in my class to have a chance to try, as well as creating a safe environment for them. I would, to me, inclusive education, right? So to me, it's like allowing the children to learn from each another besides getting knowledge from the teacher. So I encourage classroom collaboration as much as I can. We do some quite a lot of group work, working in class. So this will the child will learn better rather than receiving information just from the teacher.
I see. So you see inclusion as not only just gaining the knowledge, but also having equal opportunity for social interaction among their peers. I see. How prepared do you feel to implement inclusive education when you begin teaching?
Well, to be honest, not really. I was like, I had to do quite a lot of reading. I had to, once I knew I have a student who has needs, so I will specifically read a lot about them. I also speak to teachers who are directly specialized in this. So they gave me a lot of support methods, as well as sharing information. So that really helps me in preparing the lesson. I also speak to their parents, the students' parents. So they will give me ideas and opportunity. How can we work from home and school? What are the ways we can reach the gap? Sometimes I feel I would love to have extra support, but whenever I have a teacher assistant in my class, it makes a huge difference to me. So I'm able to give more support to them, to students who has different needs in the class.
I see. Now let's move on to research question 2, right? These questions are based on what challenges do mainstream teachers face when implementing inclusive education. So what challenges have you encountered when teaching students with diverse learning needs?
Mainly balancing their learning abilities in my classroom. Sometimes I have students with EAL issues. I also have students who has learning needs in the classroom, special needs. I also have students who are challenging students, like they are high level of IQ, so I need to think how I can stretch them in the curriculum. So we do meet up as a team in year 4, and we are able to talk about the happenings in my classroom and also the other teachers' classroom. So working with another colleague and talking in as a team that helps me. So cooperation with support from another teacher, as well as talking to my special need teachers to support them in the classroom, creating IEP plan, targeting them, small steps that we do. It does make changes in our in the child's academic.
I see. How do classroom management demands affect your ability to implement inclusive practices?
How do classroom management demands?
Meaning to say, how would classroom management affect how you would like to accommodate better for students with special needs?
Sometimes the child might come to school having some problems that we are not sure what happened. Could be on the way to school. It could be something had disrupt their timetable, or maybe they found out when they come to school this lesson is taking place. They're nervous about this lesson. So I will definitely need to stop my lesson, or probably handle this behavior first, talk to the person first. If I have an assistant, it becomes really helpful for me to continue the lesson with the rest of students while I deal with his need right away. And sometimes having clear routines in the classroom. So if we are doing, like, for example, we are having some exit point, we know it's happening, so we share the expectation to the child, we share the expectation to parent, we share also to the teacher that's supporting him. So in that way, he knows what is coming up front. So that actually reduces a lot of anxiety when we are able to share things up front with them. So clear classroom routines, and as well as providing positive classroom relationship. I think students as well, because a lot of children in the classroom always wonder why the person A, for example, is behaving such way. So how the teacher models this in the classroom matters. So sometimes the way I speak to this child, and that's how they see the interaction between the two of us. And I see there's changes with the children when they're playing outside. I also see how he or she include them whenever they're doing pair work, group work. It doesn't 100% happen all the time, but like I said, again, small steps does make changes. So he feels happy when he's included, just doing a little part of the job. He's happy for the day.
Yeah. So what challenges do you face in adapting curriculum or instruction for different learners?
Currently, when we plan, we teachers share our planning. We are encouraged to do self-planning. So this is where comes in my extra time and effort. I have to make additional planning, supporting my EL learners, supporting my student who needs some extra challenges. So I will need to provide aside the time. Besides that, finding resources, not all the time I get enough resources. So I have to find, sometimes I go online, getting interesting games or interactive gamification, playground, things that can settle, everybody can access to it. Most of the time it's giving differentiated instructions. So providing simple instructions, clear expectation, that helps the child to start the lesson. So he or she can't sit too long when we are teaching. So we know that this child needs to move around, this child will need to come back again when we are doing learning. So I do not expect the child to sit and continue the lesson all the way 40 minutes, but I allow them to move around, do something, and then when the lesson starts, he or she will continue to work on my simple instruction.
Now, the next question is, how does collaboration with support staff influence your experience?
How does collaboration with support staff?
So meaning, how does collaboration with support staff, being SEN, EAL, reading, math, how do it how do these collaboration influence your experience having students with additional needs?
Okay. When I have support with experienced teachers, so the quality of work, so what I'm not able to carry out in the classroom, because my goal is for the students to learn in the class, especially take part in small things with their classmates. So the student will not be able to achieve the goal in terms of curriculum. So when I have a specialist teacher walking in, so he or she can help me to pull them out and then reteach the lesson and go through the targets that actually we are looking for in the curriculum. So it is a bit more better because I'm able to get more answers from more quality work as well, because he is working one-to-one with his teacher and is able to give me better answers rather than working as a whole class.
And the last question, what support do you feel would help you implement inclusive education more effectively?
More effectively. I would really think ongoing professional development in terms of new things are being showcased. Sometimes I'm not able to tap my fingers on it, so I see on my Insta or something, but I would like to know what are the new ways I can what do you call that, like the focus time they have is really short in the class, but within the short focus time, how can I bring out the best out of it? So sometimes I read all this research, I wanted to apply, but I'm just downtime with resources. So that it takes me time. So if I have a folder with full of those kind of resources, maybe like pull out, so sometimes my child struggles to write. So what can I do? So is there kind of a flashcards that I can use? So those kind of things that I can think of, professional development, and then more time in setting time for the teacher probably to give planning.
Time.
Yeah, because quite a lot I do at home, so that's my own time. So if I can get a separate time to do all these things, it will be helpful to me.
Right. Thank you so much for your response. I really value your feedback, and thank you so much for participating in the study.
Thank you, Ms. Audrey.
Thank you.